Kigosho Monday. Adoge kiwa ngore faide.
Look kujibamba.
Kujokana.
Kujibamba osis.
This is very circular.
Oh yes.
You know. Oh, there was Borogami.
Yes.
Very communal song.
Very communal. It is now our song. Yes. It outlives the composer. Yes. Yes. Example there Eric Wainaina Kenya. That song will outlive Eric Wainaina generations to come. Yes. Yeni.
Monday.
Kigosha Monday JKA Tumesiiijaaaa. Kama kawaida kama JKA iko wema.
Luka.
Roga yogo.
Itesia plastic siaji godoka na du.
Yado makaji kuwethera space, especially more hairorwe borohon. Taro ya rwasa kijana entertainment. Yes. Makaiwa yes. Rebo no horeru.
Na no hinde makoro maiga thani ya irio the.
Oh yes. Ono ri otarikitie ri, ni amba akamiga hanini.
Gathaiya Dennis.
I am the section of the JKA Ngoni wa Thuita.
Muthenya wa Monday atariki 10 mweri wa Mei mwaka wa 2021.
Yes.
And is back to school.
He's back to school officially this week. Yani.
Mwamude ni muhingoro.
Yes, ni muhingoro.
Yani wiki mugwajana niguo tuga holiday ine ne irathiri.
Ni ciathira. Na ngire ni fo no me kuhurukanga.
Kama tuko matire hinya magethie.
Matuko ri. Kama tathia atatha.
Ori turona ati holiday ya wiki mugwaja indaihu.
Inkwisha. Inkwisha sasa na wale wa grade 4 bado watasalia nyumbani.
Acio ni megoikaranga.
Meguthumuranga.
Aracia ndiguite mohoro-ini muthenya wa ira makiuga no mehoe thirikari. Andu acio kaba metikiragio guthie thukuru na korwo matirathoma.
Itondu riri. Ni wona riu njuguna wakwa gitiga Thuita toro. Ni wona kimutiga toro. Siasa iria tukura hau ti hundu. But anyway, these are the times.
You're well.
I am well.
I'm well too.
How was weekend?
Weekend ilikuwa misuri.
Oh yes. Jana ilikuwa Mother's Day. Yes.
A very big day.
It's a big day in the international calendar. We celebrate all the mothers. Motherhood is a calling and a full-time job.
I tell you.
Yes. With it, we also don't call leave. Dore bureki. Dore allowance. Dore ke. There no gratification ya ukro. You can only understand that if you are a mother. Oh yes.
Santa.
Well in wima.
Reuri.
Twenya kindu.
Twembecha. That we be added. Wagwe both the bad boy iko bi. Ahotani yo both the giribana meri ma 50. Degwa. Ariasio the hotani yo mudiri.
Yes.
Mudura ono kana jackpot.
Oh yes.
Jackpot tia bia ni. Ya magana masio. Magana matatu.
Madi.
Mark this madi.
Jumatatu. Oh yes.
Mudomo gatagatiga yori. Ako ihonerio mastio.
Matatu.
Shiriki giri magana matatu.
I tell you.
Wewe na baikira thimo ile yako guthi hare ha mpesa. Wekire paybill number ya 4043901. Paybill number thino wa mpesa ni 4043901. Account wekire ritwa kameme. Amount wekire shiringi 100
bob. Yes.
Riu nabe okoroge thako na besha.
Yes.
Nataliwa dora mekirira bere 100 ithaa riri.
Yes.
Mena mundu ngiricio.
Ngiri ngoni.
Ithano.
Yes.
Na noguo guthitha 8 na thake.
Icio nicio igwana kwira gukirwo pesa o tax. Besa. Yes.
Ine
43901.
Account yokekira ritwa kameme.
Oh yes.
Amount wekira shiringi 100. Wena ari mwaje kumema nio na pesa.
Oh yes.
Pari.
Yani. Reure. Ndirathoma mwathini wa Twitter. Rimwe ni nyingira Twitter ogwo kuroranga tondu wetwika andu aria very serious. in this life. Makoro Twitter. Dinari Yaduagi.
Well, go on, they are very serious.
Yes. Nanikiona DCI magi post Twitter. Odoshi ni okuwa gonori.
Nori too.
Yes. Niwana even some of the learned councils, learned friends. Mapo a grand mula. Mako communicate kanake.
Twitter.
You will never see the grand mula on Facebook. Raki yetu kagira tio nyuma. Ndio kama across a tweet ya Ambassador Manor FCPSU. Yes.
Oshio ne ambassador wa Kenya ni Geretha.
Korea Geretha. Yes, and he's doing a great job Manor FCPSU. And ala post ka odoke how kali
the former spokesman wa thingira wa iregi.
Apparently a learned fella.
Very
is them. Yes. And then opposite horo wigiriri. The Kenyan entrepreneurial spirit. Koda kugariri. Kenya we told you to na biashara muno, and especially people from the mountain. No you are more than the other Kenya. Aga Kazakhstan. Okali go no ire kwa ruta.
Kazakhstan wa bereri. Kuwaragi ate.
No ko ure. Mwana broti ki abata boka iwa kagiro ne mama we.
Kazakhstan.
And don't help us. Kazakhstan. Kana Copenhagen. Now, it's an entrepreneurial Kenya. Kiumo ya kene kule gweta go Othaya.
Othaya kule Nyeri.
Muthuri weta go King'ori wa Baki. Yes.
Wa kuma Othaya.
Ya kuma Othaya. Mete Othaya kazi kondo gweta go riri chestnut. Chestnut. Goko ni rugogo rwa London. Yes. As the North London. Yes. Na niaje ziyafia sara. Area I can bet you. Ayeko wali ambale ku nime kuwerera. Todo King'ori wa Bakiri. He has managed to package. We call it historical. Wako package muratina.
Okuyu
bwana. Hii biashara ya kujaribu tu.
Munajaribu London.
Munajaribu paka London. Munapeleka traditional brew.
Ngambo.
Kwa Queen. And apparently though Nigeria jana Kibani Kanyotori and the likes are Korea Bedford na Kangederi, the people who live there. The drink is not doing badly. To the one, no get up bisha packaging here. It is serious packaging.
No, mudo we doing what you want bakiri. One better Yamuno neamba amia battery kirona package.
Yes. One again gold haiguru, chufa hojiro, ihana isi ndunga tamahara ya modo nazio.
Itastoka go you are usual join.
No gesi korare amoko guy. Actually hana chufa ya Baileys. It is packaged like that. Na zongo ako ule ingerera. Ni manake na. Yes. Ni marera na. How you doing? I'm going to King Harry's to take some more over.
Yes.
And mwana atinali. Tijo yu do wadu mesira ye. Nesa Mary.
Nana diga kare davi utamiwega.
Yes. You see, ne fatara galere. Ne reo Africa they no mere no ito ne miumereria. Yes. Umudo kokoriga heidatori. No kuikere shufari.
Yako ude chufa.
Andaiga ne masaja jeginya marezo. Yodo King'ori ni yake ma entertain yogu. Ne mahete ma code name. I am a carrier. This is my friend Murithi. We have at King Harry's taking some Muruvu and Muratina. It's lovely. No, they're not. But the other good I go to Canada to see a gun. Now, though, go near the gun. Have you heard the pizza? Pizza, I can get a cake. No, so Carago, the Muru. Are you okay? Oh, my goodness. Hey, my goodness, I can see heaven. I'm seeing the angels in the heavens. Oh my goodness. I love this Morotina. This Marubu.
Nekaheu.
Ona kingori ni arahorwo ni andu na kuma na mucii. Kingori.
Oi.
Totira keigua ni utwikanirie weru uceri ukoneka. Aigua nyamu ingereza.
Iguo muthe.
Birati no na kuku. Andu izaraka ngale ni akuraie nayo i.
Tugutumanire.
No tugutumanire umenyo uri gutuvara. Na zungu ndukamarugire uria warugaga kahiu guku ni ukung'aura monaki.
Tutingĩenda ũhũndũrwo.
Tutingĩenda ũhũndũrwo nĩ gũcamĩria andũ nyamu.
Mahũthĩrie.
Andu ayo ko metagĩrĩra mwanjĩrĩria. No nĩ ũrĩa maihũrire irabu bypass.
Kuri andu bakwanjia gucaria kingori matuike sapura ake a uki.
Yes. Uki no ngwethere wega wa njuki. Ingira kuria bogoria. To ugituma na meri we ndugicurukaga. No giukari ogukari. Ogiuko ukene otuchame. Tuiwe kana nyamu niyo. Bigo ko giwekira chuva ni ukuyariria. Na unio twae kula na ase ne yiri. Mana ugate ya zungu.
Ni marake na.
Ni muramere yo ku ni gura amwiretu. Goko ni gura amwiretu. Look, I'm going to take some Marabu. I love this Muratina. Very nice Muratina. It's like fine wine. I love it. Oh my goodness.
Look, Marolia, why do you get it? Makakerure.
Kwanja rĩu nĩ ũkinya handũ rĩu rĩ ũhoro ũyũ rĩ ũkũigua mũndũ akora kĩng'ori o mũndũ wa kũu kĩng'ori tondũ wĩ wa mũciĩ rĩ ũkĩendia mũratina ndũreke ndũkĩhe nani kariko
macinĩre nyama
ĩni na ndundĩro na mĩtwe rĩu athũngũ marĩũkaga give me the engine ũcio nĩ mũtwe. And the other one, you call them little eagle? You call them little eagle? Neither eagle. Well, give me the little eagle. And they also give me some way. You say this way? No way, no way. Give me the ordinary. You can give my good friend here. This is Schofield. You can give Schofield some good roux. I'll be angry. I'm out there. You know what you're going to no, kugira riko
atikwaga.
Yes.
Devi muno.
Ndio. Devi muno. Hata gete riko na githuburia kidene. You know, you give Akikuyu space. If you twenda gokanya. Yes. Okora na tofuti tu hoiti ha ugari iki. Ni hapa. Ilete hapa abokyo chame. Come test.
Kuaje ni bure.
Ina thogo bagi tuka very fascinating. You eat before you pay. No, this is kiojo. This is Gusamilio. You know, Musamo. Musamilio, and then you take Murovu.
Kameme kayuka moigi shesheni ya kemenera ogitwamukira o halioli Voi 102.5 FM
Mutabo kimenyithio ni Zesta Sauce kuma True Foods. Zesta Sauce ni sosi njagana ya mwanya muno na cama wayo ndũngĩũringithania. Zesta Sauce yonekaga nduka-inĩ ciothe hakuhĩ nawe na thogora mwega. Geria Zesta Sauce ũmũthĩ. Zesta Sauce kuma True Foods.
Yeah. Though matigia ukorwo me fascinated nĩ maũndũ mau.
Kure ego pa kwa igwe cero fuini.
Nuona nyamu ria rapa kwa wega. Kuthuriti king'ori gi. That is pure brain.
Ucio onoka guku ne abatie kuheo ngoga.
Yes. Rĩu ko no etirwo bistro. Nĩkuo kũndũ gwĩtagwo bistro. Irabu ici cierugagĩra nyamu. Rĩu mangĩmwĩta bistro.
Huyu.
I tell you.
Twakwira twina mbeca cia kumuthi ahotani yothe ni 250 o mundu na haria ciothe he umwe ukuinuka na jackpot ya 200 macio matatu 300,000 jackpot mundu umwe muthenya wa muthi no gukorwo niwe we waingira thimu-ini yaku haria ha M-Pesa ugekira pay bill ya 4043901 aturekira pay bill number ya 4043901 account ugekira ritwa kameme amount ugekira ciringi 100 webetereirwo ni mbeca tugicoka ru turacokereria na mbeca na no tugicoka tugutware kuria Mtihani House
tondu kwa ihinda riri ni maumirira ma KCSE mararekererio
uguo ni tugutwara kuria Mtihani House mwe kwemwe minister wa githomo Professor George Magoha akirekereria maumirira ma kigeranio gya KCSE kia mwaka wa 2020 uko tugutwara kuria thutha wa ndagika itari kunene tondu igongona ni hindi rirathie na mbere kuria Mtihani House ikaro kinene kia kanjo ya igeranio ya neki Loto daily draw reu ne shokete na weno wihotanire na Loto ihinda riri o muthenya kana o muthenya wa Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday na Friday. Daily draw ire korogwo ku thaa 10 cia hwaini na thaa 4 cia tuku. Umuthi ni Monday, uguo ni kuga thaa 10 cia hwaini na thaa 4 cia tuku ni gukorwo na draw ya Loto daily draw. Wona wathaka Loto na kuma ciringi 50 nginya 1000 we no uhurirwo mbeca ciaku maita 25 ya kiria uigireire. Wona wahanania namba 6 we uhurirwo mbeca ciaku maita 25 thiini wa Loto daily draw ire wekwo thaa 10 hwaini na thaa 4 cia tuku.
Hey Kevin, ikigwire dina client ujititira to haria internetini na rasienda thaa ici no ndirari gwatirire ngumwira atia
ai dina niki urapost irato utari kana
asa ti uguo ni uri itari na mbeca cia kugura data bando ciakwa ri citigethirire
aiwe kawigaraga thiriku yani nduiguite uhoro wa okwa data kuma gwa Safaricom tigaciye gwatio
Ndukoro ni biashara kana ndeto cia bata o browse na chat na andu aku ona riria uthirirwo ni bundles okoa data kuma Safaricom ni aja hura *544# ushagure bundles without expiry ushoke ushagure okoa data na ushagure githimo kiria gikuigana okoa data reu wikare wi mfango-ini. Safaricom, simple, transparent, honest for you.
Shawa ni sawa ukishawa na sawa inakawia bana inakawia shawa ni sawa shawa ni nanukia vipite shawa ni sawa kupendeza bei iko poa ching 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 shawa ni sawa lakifana wetu meza ushinde sawa all day sawa shawa au shawa. Sour shower has never been better with the new look Sour. Now with a new formulation too that will leave you feeling fresh for longer while the soap lasts even longer.
Another quality product from Pony Oil Products Limited.
Riria watu kuruga ngima motu ne soko, wana watu kuruga safasi kana madathi motu ne soko, watu kuruga ushuru motu ne soko mena mitu ya gutigirira ate family yaku ne ahona umaroshine o ginya hoini kumenya ndeto makeria nyitanira na muthoni wa kiruba na mutheki hejo o muthenya tugicanjamuka na wahota kwihotanira iheo.
Actually, Kenyans living in the diaspora. Nimara kiro horosio mukonde. Actually, mundu wetu Cyrus cheke. Alauga ojo ready amurati nari. Aliona mutura na kienyeji. Mukimo.
He has gone that far.
Yes. But the kienyeji is very packaged. Na mutura ojo gathera muno. Ai, ono therios yo o reto bine muigi. Mutura wekiro thani ya kauro. No le okulete mara hakauro na kahiu. That is a cleaning process.
You see ura ku kure yari. Ukiro ikirorie kinga kwa cia hygiene.
Okay.
Gacuri wa itara wa DC arauga atiriri. Ni wega ndimuthererie kiama kia JKA. Engori wa Baki is my relative.
Okay, your family is entrepreneurial. I tell you.
Okay, now we know.
We are aware.
We gija do ne maji yakwe yume.
Muherega. Thank you Sam Kareka. Na kiarauga tunagonga hiyo kitu huku sana. Yes. We feel like we are back home.
I can't imagine.
Oh yes.
Beautiful.
No baby. No retainer.
Ametori geduru.
God do toje koyana kia.
Niondo wa gwikira ciringi cia kuigana rimwe hari paybill ya 43901 omothe turahingũrĩrwo nĩ mũndũ ũretwo Joyce Wamboi na mũndũ ũngĩ ũretwo Moses Murage Njeri o mũndũ merĩ ma 50
yes
ũrĩre Joyce
kwanje na Joyce
atĩrĩ atĩrĩ na nĩonete mĩkari thimũ-inĩ yake
kwanje na kajoi
nĩraingĩra
Agithĩ nĩ mũirĩtu gĩtagwo Mwende.
Ndagĩthĩka.
Auga Kibera Toy Market. No ithuĩ. Yes.
Very good.
Asante sana Kibera Toy Market. Yes.
Hello. We mwega. Joyce Wambui. Niĩ na niĩ njĩtagwo Gathaiya kuma gwa Kameme kayũ ka mũingĩ. Twĩ haha Kameme-inĩ twĩ na Ngoni. Kai wakiario horerete atia? Pole ni mwire nduraigua wega. Pole sana. Ni kahoma kana niki? Pole sana. Ni wonete rigitari? Oguo wina ndawa? Ni ugukigua wega Joyce. Riu we Joyce thaici turaria nawe wi kundu gwitagwo atia?
Ndi kundu gwitagwo Kayole.
Kayole ya Naivasha kana ya Nairobi?
Kayole ina ya Nairobi.
Guku Nairobi. Riu kuu Kayole niki wikaga Joyce?
Nguraga thogithi, ndithi ngukavia. Hamwe na tu stocking twa ciana.
Uguo wendagia thogithi na tu stocking uguo? Ni maragura thogithi raundi ino? Tondu riu kwina heo riu mundu akagura tuthogithi tuigana ona. Ni undu mwega. Uguo ona kwagia heho kanjia gukunyira ngita muhuko. Ukamenya thogithi ndĩ iguthie. Ni undu mwega. Ningĩ tukĩrĩo back to school riu kiwiki gĩkĩ. Riu we Joyce rĩ. Nĩ wakorwo wekĩra igana rĩaku haha harĩ paybill ya 43901. Na riu ngĩkwĩra nĩ tũgũkũhe mbeca rĩ. Ũhoro ũcio no igue tũngĩgũcanjamũra. Ingĩkwĩra nĩ tũgũkũhe mbeca no nginya kĩũndũ kĩu kĩragũthumbũra mwĩrĩ no kiume. Ona ndaigua mũgambo nĩ wacenjia. Nĩ ndaigua nĩ warahũka rĩu nĩ wacanjamũka. Teka atĩrĩrĩ Joyce, thimũ yaku nĩ ya smartphone? Haya, tathiĩ kwa message icio tũkĩaragia ĩ. Ũnjĩre kana nĩ ũgũkora message ya mbeca. Thiĩ ũng'etie ũnjĩre kana nĩ ũgũkora message ya mbia. Naiguĩra mũndũ acenjagia.
Mbeca rĩ.
Wona kĩ? Ciringi igana rĩmwe? Ngiri igana rĩmwe. Basi mbeca icio ngĩtaranĩria Joyce tondũ wĩ mũbiacara nĩ mbia cigana? 250,000. Na mbeca icio ciothe nĩ ciaku? Umuthi tukigangara no uratuhingurira.
Gai, ngani gai.
250,000. Amen. Riu uraigua atia ngoro-ini Joyce? Amen. Riu ona ndwari nĩ gũthira. Bas, Jehova amenya agũkũmũrĩka ũguo na mũthenya wa Monday. Wiki yaku yambĩrĩrie on a very high note. 250,000 ndawa nĩ yoka. Anga mbeca no ihonie mũndũ.
Mbeca rĩu nĩ ciaku icio.
Ndĩraigua mwĩrĩ ta wagĩa na hinya mwerũ. Rĩu Joyce tondũ wanjĩra ũrũragia thogithi-rĩ, hihi nĩ ũrĩ kĩoneki gĩa gũkĩiga kawĩra handũ kana we ugaga ũngĩnyita mbeca ta icio ũngĩenda gwĩka atĩa? Ũkorwo rĩu na gatuka harĩa ũrĩrokaga. Rĩu ũtige kũũrũria ũkoragwo na nduka handũ. Bas, wĩna 250 nĩ wona ta kĩoneki kĩu kĩngĩkinyanĩra? Hello? Bas, rĩu ndũkĩarahũke. Wambe ũhange kanyũmba handũ ũngĩiga wĩra.
No ngĩhanga rĩrĩ.
Taria na Ngoni tondũ nĩoĩ Kayole wega. Ahota gũkũhe riba.
Yes. Ũngĩthi rĩrĩ. Harĩa kona nĩ nyonaga he biacara mũno. Ndũĩ kona? Ni kana harĩa Soweto thiĩ wethe Brown akuonie handũ. Rĩu Soweto nĩ harĩ ũingĩ wa andũ. Yes, ũngĩthi au ũige biacara kega rĩ. Hote kuona indo kana kũrĩa Kayole 1. Yes.
Very good.
Ũigua rĩu nĩ warahũka na nĩ wahona. Igua na homa nĩ hathira.
Mbeca nĩ njega.
Rĩu ikara thĩ wĩcokanĩrĩrie. Ũmenye ũrĩa ũgwĩka na tũindo tũu. Nĩ ũrĩ mũthuri? Hey. Etha rĩu. Sawa, Ngai akũrathime. All right.
Thank you, Joyce. Rathimwo mũno Joyce, no tindie wega. Rĩu morĩrĩ warahũke.
Arahũka Ngai nĩ akũmũrĩka.
Aya, asante. Yere Joyce kuma Kayole. Wecana no itume nginya mũndũ ũtakũigua wega. Ambe arahũke na andũ hari ambe iũre.
Ni. Pesa ndonie ka mem ka kwa twaithira mbere kana gakarira gakaheo bia gagatheka ũrĩmwe. Kaliko atunaga shida ni pesa tu.
250,000.
Dotini nete bia.
No tũracoka na ingĩ harĩ we ũrekĩra igana rĩaku harĩ paybill ya 404-3901. Rĩu thaa 8 tigĩtie ndagĩka 6.
Ĩkĩhanda mũnyugĩ ithaa rĩrĩ.
Ũkĩreherwo nĩ Ditrex kuma Pwani Oil.
Mama rĩa tũraharĩrio nĩ metha itu ya mohoro nĩ atĩ cira wa njũragano ũrĩa ũgũmĩire Stephen Wang'ondu no gũthiĩ na mbere. Na arĩmi a Kongasis na Ikuru gũtetia kwaga gũthingatithio kwa mawatho ma ũthimi kana watho wa ithimi cia waru. Macio na mangĩ maingĩ tũgũthomero cihanda thaa 8 nĩ Njogu
Cira.
Ikara mĩtambo-inĩ ya kameme kayũ ka mũingĩ. Ĩkĩhanda mũnyugĩ ithaa rĩrĩ. Tũkũmenyithia macio na mangĩ maingĩ.
Wareherwo nĩ Ditrex kuma Pwani Oil. Thafuni wa Ditrex ni thafuni wa gĩkĩro kĩa igũrũ kuma Pwani Oils. Ditrex ni thafuni wĩna ndawa nĩ ũndũ wa gũkũgitĩra we na family yaku kumana na germs. Ditrex wonekaga nduka-inĩ hakuhĩ nawe na mĩthemba ĩtiganĩte. No ũcagũre Ditrex Aloe Vera, Ditrex Cool Mint, Ditrex Pine Drops kana Ditrex Yellow. Wĩkinye nduka-inĩ hakuhĩ nawe wĩtie Ditrex Medicated Soap kuma Pwani Oils.
Hamarĩtwo njĩtagwo Ndani Riburu, ngoragwo na nduka ya hardware mwena wa Zimmerman. Ngoretwo ngĩendia cuma cia tononoka kwa makĩria ma mĩaka 10. Mũbango ũyũ wa Tajirika Chuma nĩ ũhotithĩtie gũkũria biacara yakwa makĩria ihinda rĩrĩ wonjoria ũkoretwo wĩna nditi mũno. Thank you Tononoka Group. Nimetajirika na chuma.
Tajirika na chuma. Iwe TMT bars, hollow sections, angle lines au chuma yoyote ile tutakusort. Pata chuma points kila wakati unaponunua chuma kutoka factory zetu. Zikomboe points zako unaponunua tena. Utapata chuma points moja kwa kila shilingi 100. Tembelea website yetu tononoka.com kwa maelezo zaidi. Sheria na masharti kutumika. Tajirika na chuma, tajirika na Tononoka. Chuma si chuma, chuma ni Tononoka.
Kigosho man, tukigagara.
Mufeje
papasi unene
retagwo ngai ni oi
nene oh yes
Goke memeka kamwe gitukiga garaje tago body chair Gathaiya Dennis
Those Ngoni wa Thuita
thaa inyanya riwitigetie sekondi kiheri na nguririkania te loto muthenya wa muthe wa Monday ni gukorwo na loto daily draw hwaini wa thaa 10 na thaa 4 cia hwaini wewe na wagaria munyaka waku na loto wikira gatagati ga ciringi 50 na 1,000 ari pay bill ya 77700 account ni mugekira ritwa kameme we ugukorwo thiini wa daily draw ya muthenya wa muthe wa Monday na ikorwo ku Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday na Friday thiini wa loto
yes
kai jogu ekinyire
jogu ya kuria uzaya
jogu ni amathira
Oh, nĩ mathira kũrĩa Kagochi.
Na he mũndũ ndĩiguire ira wahũrĩrwo wa kuma Kagoci-inĩ wa Hianyũĩ. Arahotete mbeca na nĩ mũrutani. Na arauga Njogu ti mũinũki. No, Njogu nĩ ũkwenda vamuka no deny that allegation.
Ndĩraiguire allegation ĩyo. Kĩrĩa kĩra discourage mũndũ kuinuka muno ri barabara ya kuma Jambo guthi Kagoci ihana neti ya mubira wa volleyball gutambuka ngabiu ndire yagira ngumore kuma hindi umirega ri na twari nawe ni 2019 twari nawe 2019 riu ni thuku gukira uguo aiko hindi yari njuru uguo akani imagine tha ici hana atia riu muheshimu wari gathe wa Gachagua ri na waziri Macharia ri ni mekwendo mamenye kaundu kau ni mu hatithiete wega na tutiri akenu ahuthiria bara ya kuma Jambo guthi Kagoci ti akenu koguo muheshimu wa Gachagua ri gathe akinyirio ndeto iyo na muheshimu waziri Macharia
ara ni roru ciana cia kucikiinukagiria andu makeinukagiria no na aikaria ku makigunika
niyo no mathiage na starehe
absolutely
niguo tukiinuke
mutie kwanirwo na kayu
tabe tunare mbeca tuke tuthomero mohoro urekira igana rĩaku rĩ paybill ya 443901 tugiro muthi ni 250 o mundu ngiri magana meri ma 50 na hari mundu mukuinuka na jackpot ya ngiri magana
matatu mandi
300 aere ni ngiri magana meri ma 50 hari etu Wamboi Wanjao cia thimo-inĩ yake na Julia Muthoni Karanja o mundu ngiri magana meri ma 50 na wandu wa mbere igana rimwe ithaa rĩrĩ acio ni akumbure tayari
ngiri 5
o mundu 5 na nĩ tũracoka na mbeca ingĩ na inyanya na ndagĩka igĩrĩ
mathaa ũkanyithio nĩ the #1 driving school in Kenya Petans Driving School and Computer College magĩcokeria form 4 leavers ngatho tũkamwĩra hongera
cukuru ũrĩa ũtongoretie harĩ kũbundithia andũ aingĩ
Petans Driving School and Computer College mena hongera special offer ya 30% ukaheo unique skills ya defensive driving fast aid training traffic act orientation na customer care wiyandikithia kuhitũkĩra *483*4# ũrũmĩrĩre makinya maya step 1 cagũra kothi step 2 andĩka rĩtwa rĩaku na ID number step 3 cagũra rũhonge hakuhĩ nawe kaunti-inĩ yaku step 4 cagũra njĩra ya marĩhi M-Pesa tũcerere honge-inĩ citũ Rongai Kiserian Kitengela Tala na kũngĩ kũingĩ thimũ nĩ 0721 328383 kuma muciĩ mũnene wa Kenya Nairobi nĩ mohoro ma kameme kayo ka mũingĩ
ũkĩreherwo nĩ Co-op Visa Card kuma Cooperative Bank
gatagatĩ ka andũ acio marahũrire kura ya yes nĩ andũ aingĩ mũno aitũ mũndũ arahũraga kura igana ũrĩa meciria make maramwĩra
arĩa mahũraga kura 99% bakahe uhuru gũtigatuĩke atĩ andũ a rũriĩ nĩo megũkorwo marĩ a mbere kũruta andũ kuma kũrĩ uhuru tikamune moko nĩ mawĩra marĩa tũrutĩire andũ acio marathiũrũrũka gũkũ waambiwe Olkarao ita na mwenyewe
uma wĩigĩrĩrĩku no shamba
Cira wa njũragano ũrĩa ũgũmĩire Stephen Wang'ondu no gũthiĩ na mbere thengia wa gĩkuũ gĩake na arĩmi a Ongeza na Ikuru gũtetia kwaga gũthingatithio kwa watho wa ithimi cia waru. Ũkĩrĩ mwega nĩ mohoro ma thaa 8 kuma Kameme njĩtagwo Njogu wa Shita. Mĩhang'o ya kũrekereria maumĩrĩra ma kĩgeranio gĩa KCSE kĩa mwaka wa 2020 nĩ hĩndĩ ĩrathiĩ na mbere gĩikaro-inĩ kĩa Mtihani House. Iyo nĩ thutha wa Minister wa Gĩthomo Professor George Magoha atongoretie maabitha angĩ ministry-inĩ ya gĩthomo kũnenganĩrĩria kana kũneana maumĩrĩra macio kũrĩ President Uhuru Kenyatta thingira-inĩ wa iregi ũmũthĩ. Ihinda-inĩ rĩrĩ mũrũgamĩrĩri mũnene wa TSC Nancy Macharia niwe ũrarĩria gĩikaro kĩu.
We had 151,494 teachers vaccinated, constituting 48.9 female, and 51% male. It is satisfying to note that majority of the teachers aged 58 years and above have taken the jab from the data we have received from the Ministry of Health. The impressive number has been achieved despite the fact that most teachers have been on the move either during the administration of the examination.
Ni murugamiriri wa TSC Florine Nancy Masharia kiariria geikaro kiu kuria Professor George Magoha egukorwo akirekereria maumirira ma KCSE na kameme kau ka muingi ni tugutware mwe kwemwe minister akinya kurekereria maumirira macio. Shira wa njuragano uria ugumeire Gitanga Stephen Wang'ondu kuma mwena wa Muiga Kieni kaunti-ini ya Nyeri uria wirikanite kurihanya na Kenya ciurage Murio Daniel Mwangi tariki 1 Januari ya mwaka uyu ni uguthi na mbere thengio wa gikuo giake. Igoti ria Nyeri riathanite cira ucio uthi na mbere muthenya wa rucio niguo kuhe mweke mwena wa thitango kwamukira maratathi ma uira wegemaine na gikuo kiu. Wang'ondu uria niwe mwikuru munene cira-ini uyu arakuire muthini wa kiumia akirigitwo thibitari-ini ya Outspan mwena wa Nyeri. Makiria Wang'ondu ni merite igoti ati arirumande ni agire na thina wa gutengera thakame, murimu wa shukari, murimu wa stroke undu umwe na homa ya COVID-19. Ekwirwo njuragano-ini no ne James Mahida, Eddie Kariuki, Rafael Wachira na Geoffrey Warutumo. Mucirithania Florence Masharia niwe ukinyanirie itua riri. Aremia waru mwena wa Kongase Sigirigiri kaunti-ini ya Naikuru ni matetete kwa guthingatithio kwa watho wa wendio wa waru na kiro 50 ta uria mwandiki witu wa Ngui wa Ndirango aratariria.
Mwihoko wa arimi a varu mwena wa Kongasis gicigo-ini kia ubunge kia Girigiri kaunti-ini ya Naikuru wakugunika na urimi wao ni uringite ihiga makiuga na thengia wa thirikari kuruta watho wa wendia wa waru na ngunia cia kiro 50 ndoigana guthingatithio.
Hiyo sheria ikizingatiwa hata sisi wakulima tutakuwa na moyo wa kulima. Sasa isipozingatiwa hatutakuwa na moyo. Tunalima ukienda kuvuna ni kama ni hasara. Sasa tukipewa kama hiyo na tufundishwe vile tutaitunza itatusaidia kama sisi wakulima. Hiyo ni yako sasa unajitengenezea. Hiyo itatuokoa.
Hamwe noguo maugete na urimi wao ndukoretwo na kiguni kumana na wagi wa mathomo maria magiriire ma urimi wa waru.
Tuko na shida ya kupanda waru. Mbegu hatuna mbegu ya kutosha. Madawa hatuna afisa mwenye ataweza tutembelea tufundishe vile tunafaa kufanya ukulima. Waru tukipanda jua ikiwaka kama kwetu jua inawaka sana. Tukipanda hii inaweza kauka tukose mbegu nyingine. Sasa hata mbolea ya kupanda na mabusta na nini sasa hatujaelewa vile tutaweza panda. Mbegu tunanunua hiyo sangi ndarasiana hiyo ndio tunapanda.
Riu magikiaritana kuri thirikari ya kaunti ya Naikuru kumethera ataramu wa kumahe mathomo maya niguo makorwo makiona umithio wa kio kiao.
Viazi yenye tunalima ni yenye inaitwa shangi na derasiana. Alafu hiyo viazi bei tukuja kupimiwa, unajua sasa mwenye anapima ni broker ananunua na bei ya chini. Alafu kama ni dawa unaweza piga dawa na ikose kusikia inakauka. Sasa na hiyo ndio tunapitia changamoto kupata mbegu ya viazi ni shida kwa sababu labda ununue kama debe uanzishe.
Kameme kayuka muige 99 turumainya kuma Kongasis guko ni gicigo-ini kia ubunge kia Girigiri kaunti-ini ya Naikuru. Ritwa riakwa ni wa Ngui wa Ndirango.
Ni muthia mubunge wa guthukio David Sankok ni hoete thirikari nene gwiciria uria mbeũ njithi mangiona mawira mbere ya gwiciria uria mekwehererio marihi ma magoti ta uria riboti ya BBI yendekithitie. Sankok augite mbeũ njithi bũrũri-inĩ makoretwo makigiĩka nĩ wagi wa mawira, akihoya thirikari yethe njĩra ya uria mbeũ njithi mangĩkorwo makĩgwatĩra mawira. Sankok nĩrĩga kũnyita mbaru ndereti ya BBI thĩinĩ wa bunge mũgarũ na mũrũgamo wake wa hau kabere.
We will also try to see the issue of tax waivers for the youth, because you cannot waive that what is not there. You know, youth are not paying taxes because of lack of jobs. So I think youth need jobs more than tax waivers, because we cannot waive what is not there. So let us make sure that we have the bottom-up approach, kind of economic model, so that we can be able to create more jobs. And I'm sure our youth are patriotic enough to pay taxes. At the moment, there is nothing you are waiving because you cannot waive what is not there. There is no taxes that youth are paying because they don't have jobs. So give them jobs, they are willing to pay taxes.
Mohoro mangĩ kĩgera thaa kenda njĩtagwo Njogu wa Shida.
Oma, wĩigĩrĩrĩku, no camba,
nĩ mohoro kuma kameme kayo ka mũingĩ.
Wareherwo nĩ Cooperative Bank manyitanĩire na Toyota Kenya. Rĩu mena mũtaratara ũretwo Gurumisha Biashara. Thĩinĩ wa Gurumisha Biashara, Cooperative Bank na Toyota Kenya maragũteithia kũgũra ngari ya biashara, akorwo nĩ lori, pickup kana ngari ya matatu. Harĩa ũraheo nginyagia 95% financing na ũkaheo $500,000 ta working capital. Ũgacoka ũgetĩkĩrio kwambĩrĩria kũrĩha thutha wa thikũ 60 na ũkaheo mweke wa kũrĩha na nginyagia mĩaka 5. Gurumisha Biashara na Cooperative Bank manyitanĩire na Toyota Kenya. Ũhoro makĩria hũra 0703 027 000 kana 0736 690 101.
JKA imesija.
Ona members makarugamirĩrwo wega Kenya.
Ni umuthenya Jumatatu nginya Gatano.
Tuweze kusemezana.
Thĩinĩ wa Wegagara.
Ndugu katika bwana bona unaweka mate makali.
Shamania na Boche, Gathaiya Dennis na Sekjeni wa Thuita.
Wewe Wegagara. Mmoja jana ingolera ngwindira le iweza wa Germany shaban. Tikoromero mane kuria.
Wegagara mitambo-inĩ ya kameme.
Kayo kamoige.
Kigoshoman. Tukigagara.
Oya, wase ujua napenda kudishi sana. Lakini wakidai Kevo, ni dish gani unapenda most? Mi usema dishi siyo dishi, kasi yo pilao, kuku na kachumbari. Na nikidishi, mi uteremsha dishi yangu na Coca-Cola baridi. Cheza kama mimi na enjoy Coke na dishi yako. Iwe ni kushare nyam chop na squad yako, ama kuenjoy dinner ukiwa na family. Jiburudishe na Coke. Meals are tastier with Coca-Cola.
Niema, isi igunyo ni koji tekia. Juke, tarehe jogomeo.
Aiwe, dogeni ina fall amewom na joguma. Fall amewom eni na gwane belt SC480 kuma Baya East Africa Limited.
Ai, yani nikore dawa na nigosi igiete.
Belt nĩ dawa ya kũnina fall armyworm. Huhĩra o rĩrĩa kĩgunyũ kiuma matumbĩ-inĩ. Tũmĩra 10 ml harĩ lita 20 cia maĩ kana 80 ml harĩ ĩka. Nĩ wega gũikara ũkĩroraga mũgũnda waku nĩgetha ũkamenya fall army ĩkĩenda gũtharĩkĩra mbembe. Huhĩra Belt SC480 rũcinĩ na hwaĩ-inĩ. Ũhoro makĩria thoma kĩbandĩko-inĩ kana ũhũre *205# hatarĩ marĩhi. Belt yonekaga Agrovet hakuhĩ nawe.
Ushindi with OxyBright does so much more. Removes stains easily and cleans it right. Brightens with the magic of OxyBright. Magic of OxyBright. It's a brighter life with Ushindi.
Inu wina ugure airtime ona wina fuliza. Eni, kwina njira njeru huthu na ya naihenya na no utumire raini o yothe. Ndeto makiria ikara mitambo-ini ya kameme kayo ka mũingĩ.
Nĩ kũrĩ andũ makuheaga ngombo mageterera o marihe. Nĩ kũrĩ angĩ nao makuheaga magatũrana nawe ikinya gwa ikinya magatigĩrĩra atĩ nĩ watherema na wagacĩra ũndũ ũrĩa ũkwendaga gwĩka. Andũ aya nĩ NCBA. Bengi ya NCBA makoragwo na relationship manager arĩa makuheaga mataro ma kĩmbeca na magatigĩrĩra nĩ werũgamia wega. Kũmenya ndeto makĩria nĩ o rũcinĩ tũkĩarahũka mĩtambo-inĩ ya kameme kayo ka mũingĩ.
Halo, horo waku?
Timoru.
Ati we nĩwĩrĩga kwĩhotanĩra kagĩna na loto.
Majeria nĩ 50.
Ciringi 50,000. Waiguire atĩa nĩ ũndũ wa ũhotani ũyũ?
Ndiakiguire marathimwo mũno na ngĩkena ona gũtuĩka ndũrĩte ngeretie.
Ũtarĩ wakua ngoro. Nawe nona mũthenya waku wa mũnyaka nĩ ũragĩkinyire.
Nĩguo.
Mbeca icio wahũthĩrire gwĩka atĩa?
Ndagũrire kagope, atũtũngĩ ngĩkũhũthĩra tũmaũndũ haha na harĩa ũguo.
Koguo nĩ cia gũkwamũrire handũ.
Yakwamũrire handũ.
Na rĩu mũndũ ũragũthikĩrĩria rĩ, ũngĩmwĩra atĩa ciĩgiĩ loto?
Ngũmwĩra ndagakue ngoro, tondũ nĩ ama.
Changamka, cheza loto. Over 18 only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Gathaiya PD People Daily nĩ gathĩti kũheaga mohoro o ta ũrĩa marĩ na riu no mithomere thimu-ini yaku. Hora star 550 star 4 hash wamukire gatheti yaku wendete ya PD na ciringi 10 tu. Wahora star 550 star 4 hash ndugubatara bundles, gutire kwiyandikithia na gutire ku download app o yothe. Hora star 550 star 4 hash wamukire mohoro thimu-ini yaku. Utungata uyu uhotithitio ni Safaricom. PD, setting the standards for the nation. Wimurimi wa waru, bebe kana mashani, Baraka Fertilizer, mena fertilizer ya kiria we urimaga. Wega wa Baraka Fertilizer ni ati ni ikoragwo na indo iria ciothe mimera ibataraga nigetha ikure wega ta potassium, sulfur, calcium, magnesium, zinc na boron. Kumenya ndeto makiria yegie Baraka Fertilizer ni oro shine tukiarahuka na hwaine tukihumuka mitambo-ini ya kameme kayuka muingi.
Gogo ndego kameme kayuka muingi ari thaa 8 na ndagika 16 na tura tukwirite ni tware mweko nginya mtihani house ikaro kinene gia Kanjuya igeranio neki kwa hinda riri ni hindi minister wa githomo Professor George Magoha arambiriria kuneana ndumiriri yake na kurekereria maumirira ma kigeranio gia KCSE mwaka wa 2020 tugutware mweko nginya mtihani house.
Celebrating the results of 747,121 candidates who sat for the 2020 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education Examinations. Just 3 weeks since we gathered here to release the results of the primary school exam on the 15th of April. Ladies and gentlemen, after looking at the impressive results that have been posted, this show in one apt sentence. Their battle was fought with resilience and ended with grace. Indeed, these candidates navigated one challenge after another that has now left us, all of us, with mirthful faces. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our God to thank for all these blessings of success and wonderful children who have defied the COVID-19 pandemic to shine in their examinations. We also have God to thank for giving us a wonderful and wise His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, who has invested a lot in the education sector and has given us all the support, both politically and professionally, through his leadership. The President's guidance over the past 1 year, as we sought to reorganize the academic calendar to ensure that candidates sat the national examinations on time, was not only first class, but most appreciated and cannot be taken for granted, because we had so many experts from all parts of Kenya who knew better. But His Excellency the President was bold enough to open the schools, and today we are celebrating these results. I cannot forget my cabinet colleagues, Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i, in charge of the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, and Joe Mucheru, in charge of ICT, Youth Innovation and Youth Affairs. The three of us have effectively coordinated a multi-agency examination monitoring team that has, over the last 5 years, run a credible examination system, which is result-based. I also wish to thank all school teachers, led by the Commission CEO, Dr. Nancy Njeri Macharia, for working tirelessly during this period, and wish also to extend this thank you to all the NEC council members and NEC staff, because they know how we have been working, especially over the last 3 days, where we did not have comfort of resting at night. Thanks to the well-coordinated education sector, the 2020 candidates whose results we are releasing today can now join TVET institutions, TTCs, medical training institutions, and universities at exactly the same time they have done, the effects of COVID-19 notwithstanding. This way, we have managed to release the candidates to higher institutions of learning on time. I assure all the KCSE candidates who will receive their results today that they all have a better future, one full of hope and shorn of despair. All candidates have a place in our education story. I want to repeat that all candidates have a place in our education story. Our government has ensured that every child in our country has a place to pursue a career, and everyone deserves a chance, and that chance shall be given. We believe that there is no insignificant child, and that no insignificant child has been born in our country, and we must not leave any learner behind. The government has a duty to nurture each of these learners to pursue their dreams, regardless of how low they start to the very top of the academic ladder. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe in this dream, which indeed is what our competency-based curriculum is all about. I am therefore proud to announce that we have created opportunities for academic progression for all the 747,171 who sat the 2020 KCSE examinations. Already the Kenya Universities and the Colleges Placement Service Groups, whose CEO, Dr. Agnes Wahome, is here today. I think you should stand so that they see you properly. Okahaha. Let them see you. This is the new boss for the universities, replacing that is Dr. Wahome, brand new, has identified that our universities and colleges and TVET institutions have places for all candidates. All these institutions have disclosed their capacities of enrollment ahead of selection exercise of 2020 KCSE examination candidates, which I have instructed that should start immediately. That instruction is on behalf of none other than His Excellency the President. The placement service is engaging with the higher education regulatory bodies, Commission for University Education, the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority, TVETA, to ensure that all institutions are prepared to enroll these candidates. This is in line with the Ministry of Education's goal of providing fair and balanced access to quality and relevant higher education and training, and His Excellency the President's policy of 100% transition. I have directed the COOPs to ensure proper public mobilization and communication to campaigns are put in place to ensure that all interested candidates apply to colleges and TVET institutions of their choice. As you are aware, the government of the Republic of Kenya will pay for these children, and they will also be available to get help loans. I therefore wish to declare that all candidates who have sat these 2020 examinations have the ability to progress to other levels under the government's plan of zero wastage, 100%. This explains why the government of His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta has spent enormous resources to expand the TVET sector. Let me also re-emphasize that the government has been paying for our children in private universities the same amount that they pay to public universities. And because we want every child to have access, this is going to continue. For instance, the number of TTIs in each constituency has grown from 52 in 2013 to 233 in 2021. Out of the 233 TTIs, 52 are fully operational, 140 have been built, equipped, staffed, and operationalized, 4 of them catering specifically for children with disabilities, and 41 are undergoing construction, and I hope that by the grace and mercy of God, Mwakima, you are here. This is one of the things that you must finish so that they are operationalized this year. In bid to make up for the time that was lost during the prolonged closure last year, we deliberately created a tight academic calendar that enables us to accelerate completion of school terms. Schools that have opened for 2020 third term today are expected to close on the 10th of July and proceed on a week-long holiday, and then, and only then, shall we start a new year. That new year, ladies and gentlemen, entails the rollout of CBC Grade 5. And for the avoidance of doubt, we shall all roll out Grade 5 together, whether you are in private school or public school. Like I said the other time, there's only one government. Upshot of this accelerated calendar will be that we'll have 5 examinations this year. The 2021 KCPE and KCSE will be held in March 2022. So the members of the media should stop labeling the examination we are releasing as 2021. That examination is being set now. The one that is being released is 2020. So even as you go ahead and discuss this, it is for the year which has not ended, which is 2020, which will end in July. In December 2022, we will administer another examination. Hopefully I will not be there, but we shall have planned for everything, that whoever is going to take over from us should have a seamless effort. We had tried to avoid this, but I think since it is one country, and we must remember that the world is a stage, and when you are given a job, you don't get attached to it. You just do what you have to do and ensure that when you leave, whoever takes over can proceed on from there. That is the year that in December next year, that will be the year that we shall do the grade 6, the first grade 6 summative examination. As we are aware, His Excellency the President has sworn in a permanent secretary specifically to midwife the competency-based curriculum changes, the CBC, which basically means that this will be done without any problem. We are therefore about to come face to face with the historic examination session next year, which means that we must start preparing for the 5 examinations. I therefore wish to urge all our stakeholders, and especially those in the unions, to very kindly work with us as they have done so in the past, and the multi-agency team on the examination to tighten their belts and to prepare to confront the 5 impending examinations. Yet, I know dressing up such challenges is the team's stock in trade, and therefore it shall be done. The government, through the Ministry of Education, has opened the door to applications for the government's 9,000 odd scholarships under the Elimu Scholarship Program. This program started in 2019 and was originally meant for 110 sub-counties, but again, through the wisdom of His Excellency the President, we expanded it to children in urban slums and informal settlements. And I have since then learned that the greatest number of poor children in this country reside in those areas. The application is ongoing. I would like to encourage everybody who feels it should be considered to apply. We are being assisted here by Dr. James Mwangi, who has a track-proven record of administering such scholarships. The value is 2.5 billion for another 9,000, and we are hoping that 30% of this will go to urban slum children and children in informal settlements. During the 2020 KCSE examination, 747,161 candidates sat for the examination compared to 697,222 of the previous year. This represented an increase of 6.6%, equivalent to 49,939 candidates. Of the 7,167 candidates who sat for the 2020 examinations, 380,327 were male, while 366,834 were female, representing 50.90 and 49.10. That is gender parity as far as I am concerned. And we wish to thank the government of His Excellency President Kenyatta for achieving gender parity, because we have had continuously more and more girls coming to sit for examinations. As a matter of fact, in 15 counties, more females enrolled than males. And the 15 counties are Thuita, Taveta, Kwale, Nyandarua, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Murang'a, Kiambu, Machakos, Kitui, Nandi, Meru, Elgeyo Marakwet, Kakamega, Vihiga, and Kisumu. The counties with a high gender disparity in favor of the male include Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, Turkana, and Homa Bay. When I looked at these figures very closely, except for Homa Bay, there was almost 1 to 2 disparity. And therefore, I'm going to instruct the field officers in these counties to find out what is happening to the girls there. Are they marrying them too early and covering up under culture? And if that is so, we must bust it and make sure the girls go to school. Marriage can wait at least for another 4 years. I have also asked the Director of Quality Assurance, Dr. Start so that they see, because people keep asking quality assurance. This is the Director of Quality Assurance. And she has capacity of sleeping inside a marking center for 48 hours. What nonsense are you looking for? Please sit down. Quality assurance standards to investigate the cause of low female candidates. You know, some people want bodies who cannot do the work. I identified Dr. Gaturu from the fields. Nobody introduced me to her. And I was not even a minister then. I was just an ordinary chair of NEC. Turkana County had the highest number of overage candidates, while Bungoma County had the highest number of underage candidates. The underage candidates are the ones who are 16 and below. But excuse me, please, they have performed very well, so don't touch them. Subject performance in 20, don't hold a child back because the child is underage. You will see that they deserve. I'm going to show you soon. In the 2020 KSC examination, 19 subjects recorded significant improvement in performance compared to 16 subjects of 2019. There was no significant change in 2 subjects. There were 893 A-planes. There were 893 candidates who scored A-planes, which is 0.1%, as compared to 627, which compared to 0.09, 2019. This is one of the clearest indicators, ladies and gentlemen, that the candidates have performed at par, if not better, compared to 2019, despite the negative effects of COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, the number of candidates with minimum university entry qualification, which is grade C plus and above, rose to 143,140, representing 19.03%, compared to 125,747, representing 18% in 2019. The message here is this: all the remaining candidates are eligible to join TVET institutions, teacher training centers, medical training colleges, and other tertiary learning institutions at various levels, from artisan to degree level. There's a table which will show you the distribution. and I don't have to go through them because you will see them. Our candidates with special needs, there were 223 candidates with special needs have obtained C+ and above, and I think I should take time, because since they are special needs, let me just take time to this is an improvement as compared to the 127 of last year, which was 7.6%. The most improved candidates, and the message we want to give here, there's this myth which is totally misplaced. Like right now, I have over 5,000 requests. They all want to go to 3 schools, 3 male and 3 female. And I look at it and I just laugh. Yet, there are students who have scored below 200, and they are going to university from sub-county schools. And I think you will allow me to show you how the so-called children who had flopped have passed well enough to join universities, from universities or TVET, because now even a student with A can choose to go and do a TVET course where he is sure he will get a job tomorrow. And I want to start with one who is from a sub-county school. The name is Gathaiya Dennis, Kimargis Secondary School. The sub-county school is somewhere in the country. He has moved from 190 to a B-, so he's assured comfortably of a university space. The next one is Maluti Tom Miti, from ordinary 199, and he's got a B- also, from St. Teresa's Secondary School in Bikeke, the sub-county school. The fourth one is Kipis Soimit Charity, from 150, actually 151 in primary school, to C+, from a sub-county school. The fourth one is Sadera Sempeyo Shelvin, from Oldekesi Secondary School, 168 to a B-. The other hero or heroine is Kamar Abdullahi Jamale, 163, from Habaswein Mixed Secondary School, Habaswein Mixed Day Secondary School. It's a sub-county school. The other sub-county school is Sololo Pamari Joseph, Oldekesi Secondary School, is a sub-county. Then there are 1 or 2 extra-county schools where we have Hassan Abdullahi Osman, Wayam Secondary School is an extra-county school. And the message here, ladies and gentlemen, is very clear. This, I don't know whether to call it madness or lack of knowledge, that you must go to the Panganis and Kenya high schools of this world. It is our duty as government to ensure that we nurture all the children, even those who will not have performed well. We must still give them, including the ones with E. We must give them an opportunity, because that E does not mean failure. Before CBC takes root, we must ensure that these children are given an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the most improved schools based on the mean KCE grades, and here we have been open to identify the most improved schools. In the same spirit, ladies and gentlemen, of illustrating schools that can add value to students, I now name schools that admitted students with KCPE mean scores that did a commendable job in improving them. And they include extra-county, county and sub-county schools. The first one is Kayaga Girls School, somewhere in Meru, which is an extra-county school, which improved the KCP index of 22.38 to 73.98 this year. St. Joseph's Girls Kitale improved from 21.22 to 71.57. Kisasi Secondary School, and incidentally, this is the school I want to take that child who was abandoned. I will personally go and look for him and admit him there and get him a scholarship. This Kisasi Secondary School has improved from 20.48 to 68.26. Oriwo Boys is an extra-county school with which I am very familiar, and they have improved from 31.07 to 78.72. And I could go on and on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just continue. Rio Kindo is a school that I have visited. KCP index of 18.87 up to 65. St. Joseph's Rapogi, which is near Dr. Juan's house, is an extra-county school from 31.112 to 77.78. And the first private, Light Academy, from 30.15 to 76.74. Sai Mixed Secondary School, which is a sub-county school. I'll just mention two sub-county schools and stop there. From 26.9 to 70. And Wiobiero Secondary School. I suspect that's also near Juan's house. 28 to 70. And finally, Chuka Boys, extra county, from 23 to 69. I could continue, but I think, ladies and gentlemen, you can see where we appreciate those schools. A lesson from this radical positive KCP improvement recorded by candidates with low academic achievement at KCP level is that the government's 100% transition, which is now in its third year, has allowed all candidates to progress to secondary school, and you can see is becoming a major palpable game changer. You are no longer safe hoping that, if you are in Kisasi, therefore you are not going to go to any university. That is where the river used to be before. So we are taking the river back to its course. And I think God should be praised for this. If we can sustain this policy over the years, then we stand a chance of saving many academic lives of poor children who otherwise would have been lost because of corruption and what have you. Now, I'm sure this is what we are waiting for. The top candidate this year is from Muranga High School. The index is 87.334. We thank God he's a male. The name is Simiyu Robinson Wanjala. The second one is again from a non-entity called Agoro Sare High School, somewhere. The mean is 87.173. The name is Wasonga Alan Udoma. The third one now follows the normal tradition. Sharon Chepngeno Terer, female, 87.173, the Kenya High School. You can see even you are clapping more. The fourth one, I will read all the 15. Moriasi Rob Ongare, 87.139, Alliance High School. The fifth one, Mbogwa Esther Washosho, 87.113, the Kenya High School. The sixth one, Kipkoech Mark Kogo, 87.106, Alliance High School. The seventh one, Kenneth Oranga, 87.049, Kapsabet Boys. The eighth one is Henry Madaga, 87.046, Maranda High School. The ninth one, Chepkorir Patience, 87.046, Kenya High School. Number 10, Musomba Edith Kitei, 87.013, Machakos Girls High School. That is the genuine one, The 11th one, Leslie Lois Wanjiku, the Kenya High School. Number 12, Pylron George, 86.970, Kapsabet Boys. Number 13, Kibrono Howard, Maranda High School. Number 14, Jelimo Debra, 86.947, Kenya High School. And number 15 and last, Buluma Daisy Nerima, 86.938, the Kenya High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the under-16s, these are the special ones, who are 16 years and below. The first one is Musomba. So this Musomba, who is on the top 15, is actually under 16 from Machakos Girls. It should be clapped for properly. Makanda Nicole Pialson from Alliance High School is also here, 86.7. The third one is Mutabari Frank Mogambi, Kapsabet Boys. The fourth one is Kipto Gertrude Geruto, St. Joseph's Chepterit. The sixth one is Craig Onyancha Moturi, 85.6, Mangu High School. You see why I was telling you not to touch these children. The seventh one is Kimunye Dennis Washira, Alliance High School, 85.6. The eighth one is Bill Clinton Jefferson. Wow. And he is from Maranda, so he must be coming from around that area. The ninth one is Isaboke Janet Kemunto, Asumbi Girls, 84.9. The 10th one, Moturi Zeth Ongubo, 84.9. Kagumo High School. For those of you who don't know Kagumo, we are returning back to the river. That's where the brains are. The 11th one is Gateru Sophia Wamboi, Siakago Girls High School, 84.8. 12th, Kitimbo Kefa Kato, Oloitoktok Secondary School, Namungu Asifiwe. Number 13, Rono Sharon Chepkogei, 84.6, Moi Girls Eldoret. 14, Jaden Angela, 84.6, Alliance Girls. And 15 and last, Monda Daniel, Mangu High School. So age is just but a number. That's why you still see me very active. Overall special needs candidates, again, the top special needs person is Kikemoi Miriam Chepleting, 84.8, and A, Moi Girls High School, Eldoret. Getugi Edgar Omoke, 83.566, with a score of an A-plane, Kisi High School. Nabat Nyariki Ongubo, 81.4, Nyambari High School, somewhere in, Nyambari is in Nyamira. Victor Kiplangat, 80.3, A-, M-Pesa Foundation. Give them a big clap. Warwinge Prudence Nyambura, 80.3, St. Anne Secondary School, Lioki. Onyango David Omondi, Maranda High School, 80.3. These are special needs children. You should be clapping for them. If you saw them, how they suffer to do exams, they are not like normal people. Well, they are abled differently, isn't it? Kialo Francis Mutune, 80.3, Makweni Boys. That's better. Wino Vason, Chianda High School, somewhere. A-, 80.2. Mwangi Jabes Mwanja, Muranga High School, once again, 80.6, A-. Nganga Wycliffe Ndiki, 80.162, Aquinas High School. Ominde Moses John, 80.1, A-, Maranda High School. Zomo Gloria, 79.3, Moi Girls, Nairobi, A-. 13, don't worry, these are the heroines. I must treat them all, and you have to wait. Mwangi Caroline Wanjugu, 78.18, Mahiga Girls. Number 14, Kebira Nyakoi Zakaria, 78.019, Friends Kamusinga. That is another school, water is coming back to its level. It's a good school that was submerged by corruption. Museti Stanley, this is the last one. SA High School for the Blind, A-, 77. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say something about irregularities. Because of the benefactor and wisdom of His Excellency the President, this year we have not cancelled results from any school, but we discussed with him this morning. As we go through forensic activities, we may actually recall results if we find that there was an organized crime. You had CEO, the CEO of Teacher Service Commission saying that the forensic activities are ongoing. But for now, to cut a long story short, we have cancelled results, very few indeed, from only a total of 287 individuals where we had enough proof that they were very cheeky, having been told, and you can see out of the 287, 211 of them had unauthorized materials in the examination room, including those who wore white shirts and wrote. It's very funny. A child takes time to write in the shirt on both sides. So you see them opening and checking inside. You understand? Mobile phones were 45, and you have heard from the CEO Teacher Service Commission how cheeky they can be. And let me re-emphasize here, for the avoidance of doubt, that those examination papers are actually security papers. So when you open them, like the teacher who has been jailed, he doesn't know how we caught him, but at what time and in which office. And therefore, I hope he stays in jail for 4 years to scare the others. Impersonation, collusion, and double scripts. These candidates are very lucky because otherwise we would have perhaps cancelled about exams from about 20 other schools. But like I've said, we have given the benefit of doubt, and as we continue to check the results, for now they'll get their results. But if we find a very compelling one, we shall go and appeal to His Excellency so that we can actually cancel that result, because that is cheating. I want to complete by talking about female candidates who sat for the KCP examination in hospitals. As I celebrate, I also want to castigate our parents in the most severe term possible. That our bodies, which we were given by God through His mercy and grace, are temples of the Holy Spirit. And when the hormones are starting to misbehave in your child, by that time you should have told your child how to control the body. In any case, total of a staggering 652 female candidates sat for KCSE examination in hospitals after delivery. They sat successfully and they have got their results. Counties that had the highest number of candidates who sat their examination in hospitals after delivery, the highest is Bungoma. And I want to challenge my PS, my distinguished PS, His Excellency Ambassador Mabukwesi. I am charging you to help me, since we are working together, that at 43, we would want to find out what is happening at that level. And since this is one government, that's why even though he's in the university sector, we are going to work together. I will also get involved there. We must get to the root cause, Dr. Baturu. Why? Who is it that is hoodwinking our children? Can we persuade the parents to work with us so that you tell the child what to expect and not to spare the road in the house, not in the school. The moment I say in the school, they will kill me. In the house, unaweza chuna masikio, hakuna mtu ataona. The next county is Meru with 38, Nakuru with 36, Kisii, where the chair of NEC currently comes from. And on that, you have other duties to do. And Nandi, Chariot, even though you are from Kericho, it's near there. We may need your action. We have noted the number of cases of candidates sitting examinations upon delivery went up in 2020, showing that the long school closure may have contributed. Let me now plead to my daughters and granddaughters who receive their results for the primary school exam, that as they wait to join Form 1 in July, let them have something to do. Let parents help them. We are going to continue to work with my brother and friend, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, right down to the chiefs. And I was instructed to track down these girls and to make sure they are not loitering around and being cheated with sweets and what have you. The stories you hear about sanitary pads in primary schools is fake. The government of His Excellency the President this year spent 490 million shillings. And we gave packets for 9 months. And we are sure that the packets reached, because even we worked together with the parliamentary group, they monitored. Now the challenge is now in the front line at home. Now, I don't know, Dr. Mutua, whether you have an answer to that one, because if a girl comes home with a package for 9 months and there are 2 other females in the house, how do we protect our girls? So this is work in progress, and it is social. And instead of throwing the mud back at government, can we find a solution from the family front? The ministry will work with all relevant government departments to ensure that we focus on the worst hit counties, like I've said. More importantly, I want to urge parents and guardians to do more than ever before to talk to your child. Your child does not need money. Your child needs your time and wisdom. Does it mean that the girls who are there during my time were animals? Were they not human beings? They carried themselves with dignity because the parents did their work. As you go to look for money to feed the children, can you also spare a bit of time, please, to talk to your girls? They will listen to you. Now, in order to access your results, ladies and gentlemen, candidates should therefore collect their results from their respective examination centers. Individual candidates can also access by sending candidate's index number followed by initial KCSE through short messages SMS to 20076. This service will be available immediately after this event. It is now my humble duty and privilege to declare the KCSE examination results officially released. I wish all candidates success in their future endeavors. And if by the grace of God I am here for the next examination, it will be through grace and mercy of God. Because we must take life easy. Those who have died of COVID are not greater than myself. I'm much greater than myself. And if we are able to see tomorrow, and we continue in this capacity, it can only be through the grace of God. So In the event that I'm still here, we shall continue. If I'm not here, the grace must still go to God for his most infinite mercies. Now, where is the...
Guku nigwa kameme kayuka mwigiri wari thaa kenda na ndagika imwe tugithii na mbere na kwigangara njitagwo board chair Gathaiya Dennis
njitagwo Section Ngoni wa Thuita. Good afternoon.
Tugu twarite imwe kwa imwe nginya kuria Mitihani House nigeikaro kinene gia kanju ya igeranio ya neki kwamukira ndumiriri ya Minister wa Githomo Professor George Magoha akirekereria maumirira ma githure kana ma kigeranio ya KCSE
kia Certificate of Secondary Education
kia mwaka wa 2020.
Oh yes, nga kugukidira hau mwaka wa 2020.
Iyo ni KCSE ya 2020.
Yes.
Na giki ni kana aruto le maraikaririe kigeranio giki gia KCSE ya 2020 marari aruto 743 ni kuririkana kirathio na kio kirari na maurito kumana na githagatha gukiria gia kinyitire bururi o hamwe na thi ngima kia COVID-19. Na minister ni ahutia maundu maingi muno no tutikumahutia mothe macio na mangi maingi nimo njogua wacira na ruhonge rwa mohoro nimo marahikana na motha icu gukorwo makimahu magikuhaririria na njira njitheranu ithuĩ tukuhutĩrĩrio iguru mamwe ma maria CS Magoha akorwa akigweta muthenya wa muthi na hari arutwo acio maraikarĩire kigeranio kiu gia KCSE gia 2020 arutwo 743 hari arutwo acio arutwo 893 students ni marahotire kwinyitira marks ya makana point ya A plane kare arutwo 893.
Oh yes.
Na warutwo aria makinyetie iria igitagwo pass mark kana ya kuingira university niyo mark ya C+ guthie na iguru ni arutwo 143 na 140 niyo na improvement ya kuma mwaka urio wa 2019 ya kwari na arutwo 125 na 747 aria makinyetie C+ guthie na iguru. Na oho minister ni akorwo akihutiriria ati hari arutwo aya aria ni akuganetie maumirira maya na maita matatu. Hena arutwo aya mena C+ guthie na iguru na ena category ingi ya arutwo aria maretwo arutwo aria mena special needs. Na arutwo aria mena special needs mena C+ guthie na iguru na makakinyia arutwo 223 na oho gukiuma na category iria ya introduce ro miaka tatu ira kana mithiru ya most improved students.
Oh yes. Aria ogirora kiria magire thiini wa KCPE ukarigithania na kiria gia thiini wa KCSE ukoiza remarkable improvement. Yes.
Na minister ashokera na guteterithia ati haha niho riu wonaga arutwo mahota go pull surprises na ni arutwo nginya amacukuru ma kuria thi muno ma sub county schools. Taru mwako uyu kana kigeranio kia KCSE 2020.
Yes.
Murutwo reto Cheriot Dennis uria akiingira form 1 ari na marks 190 na riu thiini wa KCSE ahota kuigira B-.
That is a remarkable improvement.
Ocio no the most improved student.
Oh yes.
Thiini wa bururi.
Absolutely. Ono kuonania riri uhoro uyu president akoretwo agikirira muno wa 100% transition ri murutwo tocio ri ni uthu hihi angiagire gukona mweke wate no muhakathie thukuru ya secondary no ni angioreire. Yes. No uhoro ucio agutigirira ati ciana ciothe ni iguthie secondary ri you see riu mwana tocio kagia na improvement over the years. Yes.
Hakire na murutwo ngi thiini wa category wa the most improved uretwo Tom Mitch na kaigirite form 1 na marks 197 ararikia na KCSE aranyitira marks ya B-. Another great improvement.
Marks ya kabi.
Eno gyoreto Sandera Santeo na kegireta na marks 168 ona kerahota kwenyitira B- yake. Na arutwo ageke heri thiini wa category ya the most improved.
Yes.
Oho minister ni ahutiriria shukuru cigana ona shukuru ria ona cio cirekondete improvement njega muno. The most improved school thiini wa KCSE 2020 ni shukuru wa wetagwo Kagaa school kuria Meru. Umetwo thutha ni shukuru wa St Joseph Kitale, Kisasi Secondary, Oruo Boys, reto Rio Kinjo ona St Joseph Lapogi, Light Academy, Saya Secondary, Wiobero Secondary, oro hamwe na Chuka Boys. Macio ni mashukuru maria marekondete improvement ya iguru muno bururi mugima thiini wa kigeranio gya KCSE 2020.
Oh yes.
Thiini wa individual candidates arutwo aria mekite wega muno thiini wa bururi kigeranio gya KCSE ya 2020. Murutwo wa mbere bururi mugima ni murutwo retwo Simiu Robinson Wanjala.
Oh yes.
Murutwo wa kuma Murang'a High School.
The Murang'a High School.
Ucio ni murutwo uria wikite wega muno thiini wa bururi kigeranio gya KCSE ya 2020. Agacoka akafuatwo ni Wasonga, agacoka akafuatwo ni Sharon Chepngeno, heno gyoretwo Ongare na Bainya, na Bogwa Esther wa Shosho na Baithano. Magaithio guo hena list ya arutwo 15.
Gira list ya 15 ni ukunotize zukuru wa Maranda High, the Kenya High. Sasa pia ni several thiini wa list.
Actually arutwo aige haha thukuru rio dominated ha top 15 ni arutwo kuma shukuru wa Kenya High na Maranda High School. Acio nio dominant hari list ya arutwo aria 15 matongoretie thiini wa bururi mugima. No hari kaundu da notice haha Ngoni. Na no wega ukahutiriria andu aria managia ruthiomi ruru turaria ri reke tuge mwaka uyu ndinona tukiapia kundu kuingi
sei gitona taru tutiria ingi hau njiguira afya nyambura somewhere aigwa waji kwandu
ngiro top 15 ri ecia ni arutu ni arikana ni eri na no tukwiranaga haha nayo tugithikagiriria minister ungithikiriria gitaro kia Rift Valley ri ni waiguanga maritwa we makuma Rift Valley. Riu hau tukiriona nditi
no tukukimiruta tondu ri lazima tusome
no nginya githomo ni kio bunguro. Na minister ni akirikiriria na kuheana category ingi ya aruto aria mekite wega bururi-ini aria mena okuru wa miaka 16 and below. Aya kuringana na ministry ya githomo aya metagwo underage. Na akiuga ona ni mageretie muno aruto ya ma 16 and below na akeana aria magitongoretie thiini wa bururi mugima. Icio na nitugukorwo tugitamburikirio ni mohoro-ini maitu maria mekurumirira. Na oho akiuga mwaka uyu gutire cukuru ikanjairwo kigeranio.
Na tukauga kuri no thuthuria rathie na mbere forensic investigations gugikinya hihi hega thina ya kuonekana ri mena mahinya ma ku recall results.
Na akiuga thiini wa kigeranio kiu kurai na arutwo ta 253 aria marekire kigeranio either me thibitari-ini kana amwe marikitie kuyohora. Aya ni arutwo airetu arutwo 252 kuheo ciana. Kaunti iri ratongoretie no horo cio ni kaunti ya Bungoma, irumirirwo ni kaunti ya Meru. He kaundu kangi minister kugwetete kegio horo wigi enrollment ya arutwo airetu na arutwo imwana. Na interestingly thiini wa kaunti ciothe cia gitaro gia Central, Kiambu, Murang'a, Nyeri, Kirinyaga na Nyandarua, kaunti icio ciothe ni irarekondire improvement ya kana ni irarekondire airetu
ongerereku wa airetu aria maraikarire kigeranio giki.
Airetu nio mararenge gukira imwana thiini wa kaunti ciothe cia gitaro gia Central. Riu macio no mamwe ma maria minister akorwo akihutia thiini wa speech yake ya ithaa igima. Na mangi maingi ni tuko tukireherwo ni
the news team
hindari ni hindi mararuga uhoro ucio nigetha makorwo maikurehera uhoro bit by bit ithe no kuhutiriria twahutiriria. Kukirikiriria riu murutwo angikienda kumenya marks ciake kana maumirira make ma kigeranio gia KCSE no gutuma SMS kuri 20076 ugatuma index number iromereirwo ni KCSE.
Oh yes.
Index number ukaromaneria na kiwo KCSE ugatuma SMS yo kuri 20076.
Oh yes, yo kuota tondu hii wa ukoro thaici very busy.
Thaici of course the traffic is high.
Very high. Yes.
No ucio niguo mutaratara wa kumenya maumirira na akiuga riu maumirira macio mangi murutwo ni agakigira cukuru kuri aragithomagira.
Oh yes.
Macio no kuhutiriria twahutiriria mangi maingi ni tukireherwo ni athomi aitu a mohoro mohoro-ini maria mekurumirira wakamemeru ni thaa 9 na ndagika 10.
Mathaa ukanyithio ni the #1 driving school in Kenya, Petans Driving School and Computer College, magishokeria form 4 leavers gatho tukamwira hongera.
Yesukuru leo tongoretie ale kuvundithia andu aingi.
Petans Driving School and Computer College mena hongera special offer ya 30%. Ukaheo unique skills ya defensive driving, first aid training, traffic act orientation na customer care. Petans Driving School mena gari jigiati murutu arathomithio wiki ne instructors mahitoketio ni NTSA makirumirira mawatho ma COVID-19. Tusherere honge-ini citu Rogai, Kiserian, Kitengela, Wai, Utawala, Mlolongo, Athi River, Tala na Koge Koige. Thimone 0721 328383 kana 0705 050504.
Kameme Kayuka Mwige.
Gosho Monday.
JKA imesija.
Ona members makaruga miliro wega kena.
Ni omuthenya Jumatatu nginya Gatano.
Yes, aito yone maembe magwakwa. Ndona kimwe yangu zakithia ngui.
Thĩinĩ wa Kutingishwa board chair Gathaiya Dennis, section Ngoni watho Kutingishwa.
Wewe enda murekerania gutio kuma na mubuto.
Kutingishwa mitambo-inĩ ya
Leo familia nzima inadishi pamoja. Ni kama kurudi nyumbani na kufungua fridge pale kuna bonge la chupa ya Coke lita moja. Kisha uiteremshe na sapa. Leo Joe, hatubakishi anything kwa plates. Naona hata vyombo za wageni zimechomoka leo. Leo dina ni ya mbogi nzima. Na haijawahi shika hivi. Enyewe, meals are tastier with Coca-Cola.
Tapo na chapo, mkate or mandazi with Zesta real fruit jam. What are you waiting for? Zesta Jam, a product of True Foods, life's variety.
We, ithe wakarikwira, kariki weare ni ogwo githekagia.
Besha ithe wafatiriki.
Korarire jackpot.
Asha, ndiratara besha cia iria haha. Kumbe ng'ombe no ta jackpot.
Kaĩ gũthiĩte atĩa we?
Ng'ombe ici ndĩcihete kĩndũ kĩretwo afya bora maziwa kwa ihinda we. Kumbe no nĩyo cirabataraga. Tauga kuongerera iria. Iyo na appetite. Rĩu njetereire igĩrĩ cia haha iciarĩ. Niĩ ngena makĩria. Ndĩrahũthĩra afya bora maziwa. Ngona iria rĩingĩ. Nacio ng'ombe cia ciara njaũ ngacihe maziwa tere. Nĩ ũndũ wa ũgima mwega wa mwĩrĩ na kuongerera iria rĩingĩ.
Ũguo afya bora nĩwe ĩrehete gĩkeno gĩkĩ gĩothe.
Ni no umenye. Ririkana kũrũmĩrĩra mawatho na mĩtaratara ĩrĩa ĩrĩ bagiti-inĩ yaku. Afya bora maziwa nĩ hũthĩria iria rĩingĩ. Nĩ ongereirwo nutrients ta calcium, phosphorus na potassium kũgirĩrĩria ng'ombe yaku kumana na mĩrimũ, ĩhote kuongerera hinya ona kũrĩa na ningĩ wone faida nene. Afya bora maziwa na afya bora maziwa tele ni bidhaa harisi na za kuaminika kutoka Unga Farm Care.
The #1 driving school in Kenya, Neopetans Driving School, thukuru uria urathingata mawatho ma kwigitira COVID-19. Riu ni maracokeria arutwo a form 4 ngatho cia mwanya na othe tukamera hongera. Nĩigua cio okuo rĩngĩ Petans Driving School. Musiari rehe mwana Petans atuike a competent digital driver na ahetoka kigerio egwatere smart card driving license kuma NTSA. Kwajaru Petans turena hongera special offer ya 30% na oho ugathomithio soft skills na customer care, traffic act orientation na road safety skills. Kwegwatera offer andika kiugo hongera utuma kuri 40855 kana weandikithie kuhetokera *483*4# urumirire makinya. Tusherere Kiambu Petans Plaza, Makutano, Udhaya, Juja, Thika, Keno, Makogeni na Koge Koige. Limone 0721328383.
Unaponunulia jamii yako sabuni ya Detrix
code, are you ready for war? Yes, sir.
Ni kama kununulia ngozi yao jeshi la ulinzi.
Aya, Syndicate 1, Detrix aloe vera, soothing the skin ndio kazi yenu, correct? Yes, sir. Syndicate 2, Detrix Cool Mint, mutafanya ngozi na relax na isiwashe, correct? Yes, sir. Syndicate 3, Detrix Fine Drops, fighting order, harufu mbaya lazima iseme imeumana sir. Syndicate 4, Detrix Yellow, citronella yenu, kazi ni kufukuza umbu na other insects. Mnasikia? Sitaki malaria kwa hii area, okay? Sir, yes, sir.
Detrix, ulinzi wa bei nafuu kwa...
announce wait, Mr. Maliza bwana.
Oh, sorry sir.
Syndicate 5, Detrix Hand Sanitizing Gel, 99.9% germs. Sio mkono, munamaliza germs kumaliza, okay? Sir, yes, sir. Carry on, bwana announcer.
Detrix, ulinzi wa bei nafuu kwa familia. Bidhaa bora kutoka Pwani Oil Products Limited.
Rĩrĩa watu kuruga ngima
Motu ne soko. Wana watu wakuruga safashika na madathi. Motu ne soko. Watu wakuruga oshuru. Motu ne soko. Soko. Mena mitu ya gutigirira ate family yaku ne ahona. Umaro shine oginya hoini. Kumanyade to makeria. Nyitanira na muthoni wa kirubo na mutheke hejo. O muthenya tugishajamuka na wahota kwihotanira iheo. Rere ne hidare ya double. Yani, haulo makura hidi ya dhimu igire hamwe na urashikura na BDM wetu. Dhimu ne Samsung Galaxy M31. Dhimu igire shia nguvu. Storage ne 128GB. RAM 6GB. Na kamera ne 48 megapixel. Na ne 4G dual SIM. Wetado gara wakumunini fiyo na wamonya. Ugure dhimu ishi shiere umodhe. Dhinashara na 45 toke higa auction. Dhimu ishi, turashini ya na live umodhe toke homuka na mansaimona kata. Weheke, yekwa M-Pesa Paybill. Ekira 77892. Account name ekira kiugo phone oromanene na bid ya thina ya mwanya amount wekira shiringi 20 bid
Ongeza special offer ya 30%. Ureheirwo ni Petans Kenya shule ya Wakenya. Petans Driving School and Computer College. Boshiari anakithia mwana waku uri urarekiria form 4. Athomithio driving course ya gikiro kia iguru. Ni instructors qualified na accredited ni NTSA. Mwana waku akirekia driving. Akorona mieke yaku na wira wa driving. Woko furori ona jawa furori. Zimone 0721 328383 Kana 0705050504 Tusherere Kafati Kiganjo Buranga Karatina Yere Odhaya Kangema Kiriaini Kagare na Huekoigi Komenya Maigemegia Hongera special offer ya 30% Arahoka na Ohomoke Mechabo ya Kameme Kayokamo Igi Top Care Land Investment Limited. Twikurehera. Jenga Papo Hapo Campaign.
Wimwaga muthikiriria. Gitagwo James Masharia, murugamiriri munene wa Top Care. Na riu phase 6 iria turagwetagira riu ne thiru. Na riu ne tutumurite Juja Paradise phase 7 iria e kilomita 5 tu kuma Juja Farm Town. Na riu ne undu wa morito maria mekuo turakwenderia na thogora o uria muhure ithanwa wa 395. Ririkano wa buku na 101 tugakuingiria mubango-ini wa Lipa Mia Jenga Papo Hapo haria turagwetikiria wake icio ingi urihaga wi gwaku na tugakumagaria na rori ngima ya mahiga.
Lipa Mia Jenga Papo Hapo ni mubango mweru ureheirwo ni Top Care haria wariha shiringi 1,000 ukoimagaria na rori ngima ya mahiga na ugetikirio gwaka hau. Phase 6 nera thirire na riu netutumurite Juja Paradise Phase 7 Broti ici cie Juja Farm kilomita 5 tu kuma Juja Farm Town. Kodo goku kwina perimeter fence thitima na mai makajo na juba bothi eno nitugwa gutwara emwe kwa emwe haria broti ici ire weyonere na wegwatire na ni undu wa morito maria makoretwo mekuo thogora no uria muhure ithanwa wa 395,000 Kenya shillings only. Eka booking umuthi na shiringi 1,000 wambiririe gwaka icio ingi urihe uri gwaku oromakiria tucerere Royal Town Greek Towers, Koligania, na Rally Market. Kano hore thimu eno 0748 705 405 Origi 0748 705 405.
Oshoman, Tokega.
Maguta na mo kajitereria
thauti citå
njega tũrateithio nĩ mũini rũgĩkira tũngĩkirĩrwo hau
piti yake harĩ rĩrĩ thauti citũ itingĩkinya hau
ona tempo
rĩu rwĩtagwo rũhĩa rwakwa
Boniface Gishoro
wakameme kayo ka mũingĩ tũkĩgangarania njĩtagwo mbũgũri cia Gathaiya Dennis
Ndosa Ngoni wa Thuita
thaa kenda nayo ĩna ndagĩka 31 ngatho mũno nĩ ũndũ wa gũgũcagũra na gũthikĩrĩria kameme kayo ka mũingĩ harĩa hothe ũrĩ gũkũ Kenya na kũraya na Kenya na tũrĩ ona mbeca ciaku tũkũririkania
we have your money no mwaka tũnene tondũ tũkĩranĩire yes
twĩna hotania 250 na twĩna mũhotani ũmwe wa jackpot 200,000
matatu 300,000 na no mwaka tuneane yes
we urekira igana rĩaku harĩ pay bill ya 404 3901 au nĩ horekira igana rĩaku ona wathi harĩa ha M-Pesa lipa na M-Pesa ugekira pay bill number ya 404 3901 account ugekira rĩtwa kameme amount ugekira shiringi igana rĩmwe na hotania 250
na wa magana matatu yes
ona dress iria tiriri thaici twambe tũringe nduru ĩmwe tũrĩ ona ithaa rĩrĩa rĩngĩ nĩ ũndũ wa kũrĩa Mtihani House tinahota kũnengereria andũ
linga
kũnengereria andũ taigana
tatu 250 maigwe msuri
aya 250 andũ atatu Joseph Kafiro Kiarie 250,000 Mary Waitherero Irongo 250,000 na Wallace Ngonjiri Kamau o mundu 250 nungechene kuma ithaa rĩrĩa rĩngĩ rĩa thaa 8 bado tumebakisha
ule wa 300,000 yes
ithaa rĩrĩ
thank you bwana engineer Tash
alio kwa engineer Tash wana Ivasha
alio kwa salimia BC hapo
nĩ ndageithĩka engineer Tash
yeye anajigona waluthuli na wageithio nĩ rĩrĩ nĩ manda muho wetagwo muthoni wa ndegwa wa Korea the Dillons Hotel najua leo iko
Dillons harĩa barabara ya Thika Garissa
yes
ndahamenya
a very nice place I was there
very nice
awesome with a tremendous pool
na roga maho hindi ndathiaga kundu gugwitwo matu
hau a stopover horeru muno thank you so much Maina Gibbs anje sire atheci
rĩo ko Maina Gibbs
yuko sana
igethoraikia 45 na kemageithie muno njeci ya theci
salimike sana
muthuri wetagwo rĩrĩ Kariuki wa Kĩhara wa kuma kũrĩa Kairi ka macaria mũrĩmi mũnene mũno wa kahũa kũrĩa Gĩthii kĩa rĩa Kĩberũ ndũmire aranjĩra ũgeithie Ngoni no mwĩre nĩ mũngenagia mũno
asante sana thank you
na aranjĩra rĩrĩa mũkwambata kĩrĩa-inĩ mũnjĩre ina advance ndingĩre mũno gũcinĩra kĩa manyama
aigithie njigĩrĩre yes
anjĩrie kwa kahũa rĩ nĩ manjĩtie kuona improvement ya marĩhi
oh yes
that is a good move
that is wonderful kahũa thaici rĩ they have smiles
anjĩra rĩrĩa mũkana gũkũ mũnjĩre njigĩrĩrithie kĩndũ harĩa kĩrĩa-inĩ
tutapanga hiyo maneno
kana mũgĩũke Kairi na macaria
yes tutanja leo aikaria kũrĩa Ndaracari no maraorio horo wĩgie rĩrĩ na mũno ndu MC wa theta wodia ta Honorable Simon wa Karema na ngwĩciria by extension the county ya Governor Nyoro Ndaraca ya murera wa Ndaracari
ĩrĩa ũranjĩra ũhoro wayo last week
yes mĩaka 3 rĩ kuma gũtukana yambĩrĩrio ndĩrĩ yarĩka
mĩaka 3
3 years
kaya kagona ki
they are still waiting
mĩaka 3 Ndaraca
3 years
kaya kagona ki
Ndaraca ĩyo nĩ ĩrorwo tondũ rĩrĩ mĩaka 3 project iria thirikari nene ĩkĩte na ikari they are many
mĩaka 3
mwesimi wa Karemani angalia hiyo watu yako
ni marorerwo handu hau
yes so kundu kuu ni kwaingĩhire andũ rĩu iria gwaikara andũ mena mĩciĩ ngĩtarũ nĩ gwatuĩkire establishment yes
ni marorerwo handu hau
thengi mũno Jathi wa Iria nĩ agũkwĩte rũciũ nĩguo maraurũkia guka wao
nĩnguonete ndũmĩrĩri yake
ũrĩa Pwani maraurũkia guka wao wĩtagwo John Maina wa Gĩtĩtĩ oĩkaine Maina wa Kona poleni sana Jathi na mũgakĩrĩkio oro wega na ũkinyĩra birambi citũ as the JKA
Christopher Kinyozi wa Merero na Ivasha, Anthony Sabato Junior wa 2NK Sako KCF 827T, wako Wima, ona wagasheni wagalisi ya 2TS kore ya Theka. Asante.
Oh yes.
Na ni weekend yo nathirire ri. Ndirari kundu gwetagwo Mara ni kore Laikipia.
Ni urathiite.
Kundu kuraihu.
Kundu kugu ti kwa gukuhi.
Ti gukuhi.
Olmoran.
Olmoran.
Yes.
Na ndiradu muone ikari ya Mara ni mananjira wathi kameme-ine uge guku turendo bara.
To vara kumnenje gotiri. Yes.
Na ndathi mathaa macio ma Saturday afternoon ri kundu kuu ni kwaurire mbura mata. Na I almost abandoned the journey.
To de mbura kuu ri.
Ukiuma thubiri ukawega muno ndwihereka gwikira uramire kuma na kuria muhotetu goko kaginya thubiri. No riu hetuka thubiri ramia thikindu kilomita 3 ethia riu igathira. Ukaingira a very rough road.
Corrugation ya kisawasawa
Joru riu gugikiura niwe nginya gukiura ndungimenya bara iha
ndungimenya tondu bara yo ti mark ona ti bara pase
ungiona bara ona tari ruwi ruothe
ni marorero ikaria cio ku Olmoran
manjire uthi uge kameme-ini ithu guku Mara ni turenda tuthondekerwo bara nigetha ona irio citu tuguragirwo wega itige kugurwo ta ruhiu rutwiku.
That is absolutely correct. Yeni
ndumirire nginywa ikaria kuria Mara na ndero riu Mara ni ri mwena umwe ni Laikipia West na mwena ungi ni Laikipia North. Riu gwiciria hagikoragwo na
gucanio kehoka
kwiroranira githemba kiu mwena ungi ni Laikipia West mwena ungi ni Laikipia North. No they really deserve a good road. Na bururi ucio ni bururi wa irio.
That's agricultural rich land na andu aku mekio. Yes. Ni maheo infrastructure. Mara hukio now.
Marauga ramie ingitwarithio na mbere kuma haria akinyire kuma ukiuma na thubiri.
Yes.
Ugu ni kundu tungire mairio na iguru wega.
Ni marorero. Yeni.
Ine.
Besa tokire nacio.
Ngiri magana 250.
Wanto batwenye uri rado iganona. Turi na muhotani wa ngiri magana 3 made.
Exactly.
Yes. Ushuro mwaka tumune.
Ni magana 3 jackpot.
Paybill ni 4043901.
Account kameme.
Yeni wa kile igana hau. Tusokere utwari uri ato wikiria mbesa. Yes.
Ida.
Thank you mono Elena Gashomo.
Ariokuo.
Yes. Minji agori aluade. Yeni. Amekusalimia sana.
Ile kama no Elena Gashomo.
Ndio. Reure. You see, andore mara igira siasa iniri. Kwa hidare mara kakidu gito kuarira.
Kuarira
Yes.
Uri ndia kuarira. Guthima thima ground oguo.
Yes. Especially riu andore riri. Mara menya governor wa county yao ni wa etam yake ri.
Idararuga maringi governor.
Yes. And apparently gisigo kia Mount Kenya second term governor no wairia.
No wairia na Wabora.
Na Wabora. Acio giothe warikanya waije. No ne ure. Hema ni hoya ekoroto igikara kuria wito Oklahoma. Yes.
Oklahoma ni America.
Ndio. Une mulimo. Koretwe ku ithukuma. Na ni in his wildest thoughts. Aracia no kena mucie. Tona gicokanirie cirigio wega. A gun for MP. Yes.
Oh, narenda giturwa ya guthire jiko.
Nenda gutuika member parliament. Nenda guthie nyumba nene. Yes. The National Assembly. Yes. Leo mani noi. Itagwo Alex. Yes. Ni aragicoka ni ariona kuria murimo. Na gutuka ni arakiuzagwo of the locals. Kwira andu ni ararugama na njira ya ndumiriri. Ategutindagie therera. Akero ziaja itithiaga guo katwareria kundu kuriku.
Kundu guku.
Gete kia mbunge tigete kenini. Okorenda geturwa kina mbunge ora wekuo ti ate ndarutete wira. Na ngumo muno cio kurunda titira ithi.
Ini kamben ti muhuthu.
Ini kamben ti ora weya hari. Ona iheci na goru wake. Eure. Alex in his miscalculations ri. Akimo Oklahoma ri. Ona raikara go kunyiro himuka. Yes. You see how misadvised that is.
That is a political blunder.
It's a political suicide. Na kwaja ento delegation tuli la corona tuori arametaga ku
mukawa
high end. Na kwaja kwi athuri matana kena tondu kuria komborete ri ni suit kitu suit ri ona ori yo hau ni nyumba ya goro magira tutwaire kuria arakoma.
That is mistake number 1.
Mistake number 1. Nani arokete na team ya kuma kuria murimo
o andu makona o murimo.
Yes. Ni arenda gwika kindu gitagwo digital campaign na kuria arugama ni gisagi wega. Yes. Nicio ndege batimenya athiriri social media ndethurana gisagi. Ona ndore mara social media gisagi hawana usawisi. Ground mambo ni tofauti. Alex aragivanga withie constituency arakirugama na marafanga kindu gitagwo cool lounge
campaign
kioneki la campaign na kioneki. Yes. Arafagio ni andu kuhonia andu mbeca ona kuringana ndumiriri cie ku ground ri marauga ndi raigua ama coordinator marane ya mundu ngirigana uyu ni dola na rani na mukawa ukiaruka icio ngathira aruka ukinaga uri wahutia dola we dola ni ndari igwa dola ndazenyeria tawali ciro kangiri mwana mera matwendi mbeca no ni maravete magatikania atiriri wetu tira muthura nani arugame murimo
no matira muthura no ni marenda indo ciake
ona atetia ri marenda kuruka mawoko moka mekawe no tui mwaci na mbui Sasa ndio kuchezea na mbona ranyotoka. Unakuralia idongo. Leo ule blender ya final ato mire ginya acoke muri na atianerie kioneki kiure. Ava gamucemanio ri. Aragethero venue ni advisor zake na kurokuo we
oe na groundsman.
Yes. Na kurokuo to ni ginya na andu ta jua ni marabangite ginya Saudi ne muno na akombora ginya aini and what have you na kuringana andu meriri ari kuonia ati araheaga o mundu roka ngiriti
ithatu
na utie kwariria
kenambia nyingete ya mundu
nyita tonya. Yes.
Dia gucabua thokouru
aramba araruta speech andikite blanda number 4
uthomera andu speech.
Yes. Blanda number 5 speech ni ya githungu. Narami ya gitongoria reclaiming our lost glory.
Andu bajia kungorota mari ite-ini
tunakira tunaithwe tukanyue
no mama ndo ichora
gututhomera ikiru tuthomagirwo tuthikiririe no mbona thi gututhomera riu the final mistake ri ararealize thutha-ini ri ni muthuri umwe aramwetire aramwira ana giziunga ni uyu nareirwo tau. Like, no, I had a very spirited campaign. People came, I had serious people. They're in a crowd, getting to 3,000 people all over here, man. We are making good progress. Come with Andy. Yes, this is the constituency. Then we would add it. How would have Vangay was a manually? As your man go Vangay, Macola way to Gatis Yamon Pungio. Tondo Kiolaya. Now would have Vangay and was a manual. How would I get a window of Kinyaho? Constituency to Akinyaro. Ura kida muzuraru gore idia kioneki kwene kwa gwendora roga maguku na njira ngu we yoroga mekuraru gore idia niguo kurerwo guku tondo ndokienda gakuria
iyo ni capital mistake,
political suicide.
Ararugeire wira kwene
ona ithuĩ tũngĩigua kũndũ kũu nĩ tũthiaga tũkarĩa nao magoka gũkũ rĩu ũrarĩrĩirwo nakũ
ũrarĩrĩirwo kwene
ndĩraigua wananga milioni 3 kwene ũngĩgĩthiĩ kũrugũria kĩoneki gĩa kũrũgama president Kenya ũthiĩ Uganda mwaka ndĩrakwĩra wakinya karũĩ wambata ũguo kwambata rĩu kũu nĩ kũngĩ kũu kwĩnene. Andu woko maragweta muthungu. Siasa mwanakara kengutale tondu uri munini. Mundu ekwingira siasa oragia nginya ihewoni. Iga kura ndugakire hau. Guku nikuo. Aleki kaya Oklahoma i.
Ni arahundukire.
Ni arahundukire oni siasa guku ri. Eti huthu. Na nari kuone kiandu maretikagia guo kwando metikagio guo. Maigwete mbia. Makoya roria maina roria rwekatia.
Guku koinwo ta rwimbo. Na wathie. Nio maragwita muthungu.
Guku ni tutaduka gateti. Toi no tugathura.
Sirio no mumweti. No gitugati kia incumbent.
Ni tugati. Pero kita na team ga kuma America te digital campaign. Ayo ndenje tu jurala guku nengira undi. Lera tumia mazuka moteneke nao.
Na okay kundine.
Okay kundine na matinga.
Kameme kayuka mwigi jesheni ya kemerera ugitwamukira o hariori 101.0 FM
Mutabo kimenyithio ni Zesta Sauce kuma True Foods. Zesta Sauce ni sosi njagana ya mwanya muno na cama wayo ndũngĩũringithania. Zesta Sauce yonekaga nduka-inĩ ciothe hakuhĩ nawe na thogora mwega. Egeria Zesta Sauce umuthi. Zesta Sauce kuma True Foods.
Ya tumia marako to muinira ya amu bokoi. Ya masoke ya muri atri. Mama masharia. Yani doge jira ko torete mushemani atigoko. Modo ile tweka ori atweru oi. Twere turaruga makou. Yeto inagira mutongori ori aoka. We tu naturo raruga maku.
Matano mamenye ritwa.
Auga ni raruga mari. Ibyo torwebo ko igirira. Na cigamba mukuyo erari.
Na coke wa igoti-ini urugera wira
ai ne keri njora
ndageitheka
yani nyinyi
aya tatu riu wina mieke mingi makiria kuhotana thiini wa tatu mieke tatu wa mbere uheo mweke thiini wa tatu wa bonanza live show iria ikekaga muthenya wa Sunday thaa 2:30 cia tuku thiini wa K24 wa kerio muthenya wa Friday uheo mweke thiini wa wezesha bonus ari ungihotana iheo guaranteed ta 50 beca farifari nduthi machine ya guthambia ngari TV ya smart TV machine ya popcorns ni thiini wa tatu wezesha biash wezesha bonus na wa gatatu no bihotanire nginyagia ciringi 300 thutha wa ndagika 30 thiini wa draw ya tatu.
The name is NCBA, and the numbers that matter to you matter to us. Get NCBA SME business solutions tailored to your business and start counting the special memories. NCBA Bank. Go for it. NCBA Bank is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya.
Oya, wase ujua napenda kudishi sana. Lakini wakidai kevo, ni dish gani unapenda most? Mi usema dishi siyo dishi, kasi yo pilao, kuku na kachumbari. Na nikidishi, mi uteremsha dishi yangu na Coca-Cola baridi. Cheza kama mimi na enjoy Coke na dishi yako. Iwe ni kushare nyamchom na skodi yako, ama kuenjoy dinner ukiwa na family. Jiburudishe na Coke. Meals are tastier with Coca-Cola.
Gosho Monday.
Karinga two brothers. Tago mwathani munene.
Wonderful.
Wakameme kayo kamo igitukiga garaja tago body chair Gathaiya Dennis.
Ito sa Jen Ngoni wa Thuita.
Dai komiti getie daga kaidara.
Mane akore tombagi kira igana thini wa 43901. Account kameme.
Sasa.
Ndio ule wakati.
Kira igana ria kuare pe bili ya 43901. Tuina mudu le kuriri. Patrick Munene.
Patrick Munene.
Oye namba yake ligitie na 211. Niraigira.
Patrick Munene ni aigira. Patrick Munene. Yes.
Wanyambura.
Ndio. Muri wa Nyambura niwe tureta riu.
Patrick Munene.
Yes.
Nakaisi ora. Umuthi ni kimatha mahiu hogu.
Ni mahiu ndio twamba guthi kuria kanjune ni aigiranio. Yes. Patrick
Munene wa Nyambura.
Kwa gutuimbira.
No irarira.
Askui.
Tumugeria ringi rimwe.
Aja tujaribu mara nyingine moja.
No thimu ni iraingira.
Iraingira wega biu.
Atari ikuhi na thimu.
Ingira ni iraingira. Patrick.
No akomea.
Anyambura.
Wero Na miruri.
Patrick titara hamira kana tite akuwe nayo aitha maundu mago matoko me maiganona
kireke twambe tuikirie hanini tugacokereria tuone kana tukumunyitio oko ne andu na matigaga thimu
nerwo ne mundu ne twamuikeria kanyamu
ni nani kyo turamwetha Patrick Munene Nyambura thaa 10 itigetie ndagika 4
ikihanda munyugi ithaa riri
ukireherwo ni Ditrex kuma Pwani Oil.
Mamwe mama ria turaha radio nimetha itu ya mohoro ni ati arutwo 143 nio makinyetie grade ya kuingira university bururi-ini na Raila Odinga gucemania na Orengo Oparanya na Ngilu mbere ya kura ya BBI bunge-ini ya Senate rucio. Macio na mangi maingi ni motuguthomerwo cihanda thaa 10 ni Njogu
wawa shira
ikara mitambo-ini ya kameme kayo ka muingi ikihanda munyugi ithaa riri tukumenyithia macio na mangi maingi
wareherwo ni Ditrex kuma Pwani Oil. Thafuni wa Ditrex ni thafuni wa gikiro kia iguru kuma Pwani Oils. Ditrex ni thafuni wena dawa ni undu wa gukugitira we na family yako kumana na germs. Ditrex wonekaga dukaini hakuhi nawe na mithemba itiganite. No shagure Ditrex aloe vera, Ditrex cool mint, Ditrex pine drops kana Ditrex yellow. Uwekinye dukaini hakuhi nawe wetie Ditrex medicated soap kuma Pwani Oils.